right now. It should be on us any minute. Welcome back, everybody, to Altcoin Daily. My name is Aaron. I'm here with my brother Austin. We have a rare live stream today. Let me share with you what we're talking about. I'm going to share my screen real quick. We're going to talk about Amazon preparing to launch its own digital currency project. We're going to talk about MasterCard letting merchants accept crypto payments this year. Specifically in the article, the company has not yet disclosed which digital currencies it intends to support or where. So I want your opinion on that, of course. Hey, let us know where you're tuning in from in the comments. Spam up the comments right now. If you're watching this live stream at a later date and you wish you could have been a part of it, make sure you subscribe to the channel. But more importantly than that, turn on notifications so you'll get updated next time. And of course, we're going to talk about the implications of Tesla buying 1.5 billion. I don't think most people realize how big of a story this is. So let's take about 60 seconds, look through the comments, and I'm going to be seeing who's here. If you're watching this after we're already done, probably going to try and have to put in some timestamps, but let's check the comments.
Do you see any comments? Do you see any?
I'm not even there yet.
Oh, well, we have thousands of people watching. I didn't see any comments.
I don't see any comments yet. Make sure the comments are tuned or are on, as they say, right?
Yes.
I keep trying to see comments. I don't see any. It says this action isn't allowed. I think we have to turn them on or something.
Okay. I will, I guess, just start going through the news. I'll figure it out, guys. We'll get it.
Okay. You keep us updated. Guys, I don't know about you, but my cryptocurrency investments, of course, Bitcoin has always been doing well, but there was a point in time it was like final quarter of 2020 when I thought, you know what? I think I see some promising projects. I'm going to take the risk. And, I don't know about you, but some of my coins have been pumping. So I'm curious to know. Hey, man, we need to get this chat working so we can tune into the chat.
Yeah, we're getting it. Should we start the stream again?
No, if there's 2,000 people here, as long as we can turn the chat on.
But how do I do it?
I don't know.
I'm searching.
Are you on the back end of our video right now?
Yeah, I am. I actually was on settings of just YouTube in general.
Guys, tweet at us if you know how to turn the comments on. I don't mind restarting and figuring it out.
It says enable live chat. That is checked.
So that's good.
Check again. So I just redid it.
Okay. Not working. Should we start this again?
I mean, maybe let's figure it out on stream.
Okay, let me go on the back end right now and try and figure it out. I haven't tried it yet, guys. Again, I'm curious to know which coins you think MasterCard will accept as payments. Psyched to hear what you guys have to say, but trying to figure out comments right now.
I mean, it says live chat's enabled. It does say the check. This lets fans communicate with you and each other while your live stream is in progress.
And it was always enabled this whole time?
Yeah.
Oh, I see it, dude. I see it. I just saw it when I went to the back end thing. No, not made for kids. Very important. Okay. I see it in the back end.
Was it clicked?
Well, I just see comments.
Oh, hey, comments are on.
And Rashid tipped $9, $10, just a thank you, not even a question. Finally, guys. All right, guys, let's start this stream. Let us know in the comments where you're tuning in from, and we will be prioritizing all super chat questions, but we're also looking for good questions because, live streams like this give us a chance to talk about Every video, we're not going to be able to talk about, the basic type questions. Woo, people in the live chat going crazy. All right, let's start with the news first, and then we'll get into some other stuff. So first things first. This is the title. Amazon is preparing to launch digital currency project in Mexico. Wah, wah. But still kind of a big deal when I share with you some of these details. Amazon's grip on the internet economy appears to be coming for currency next, with the e-commerce giant preparing to launch a digital currency project in Mexico. Quote, this product will enable customers to convert their cash into digital currency this product will enable customers to convert their cash into digital currency using which customers can enjoy online services, including shopping for goods and or services like Prime Video. So while MasterCard, we'll get to in a second, is accepting different currencies already on the market, Amazon is creating their own, said the job post Amazon's new payment product. Let me just share with you these details and we'll talk about it. Amazon's Digital Emerging Payments DEP division intends to roll out the product in Mexico first. So Mexico first, the job posting said. A second job posting hints the product appears to be broadly aimed at emerging markets. Amazon is hiring software development engineers at all levels to staff up for launch. The DEP team in Amazon did not respond to requests for comment at this time. And of course, it's not clear how much Amazon's planned foray into digital currencies has in common with, I don't know if you guys remember this, Amazon Coins, the 8-year-old virtual currency initiative, allowing owners to transact in Amazon issued cash across the web. And I brought up that old story from 2013, just a headline. Amazon is launching its own currency. It wasn't a cryptocurrency, its own currency later this month for Kindle. That never really panned out. And of course, this is just a soft launch in Mexico. What's more important here, the best case scenario, I'll give you the best case and the worst case. So the best case scenario for this is that they launch a cryptocurrency that they say has a fixed supply. That's like the best case scenario. The second best case scenario, I think, is that they launch like a Libra type thing. And that's really good for Bitcoin because that's, again, going to differentiate how Bitcoin and even some more of the more established cryptocurrencies are different from corporate coin. Worst case scenario, this pans out like Amazon Coins from 8 years ago. But Austin, what do you think?
So this is definitely not 100% a CBDC yet. This could be anything.
Amazon refused to comment. I'm not really sure. We don't know.
Why Mexico? Why don't they have some cojones and do it in the US?
Mexico has less regulations, I guess. Did you see anybody in chat have a good take on this?
Well, I'm checking now. There's a lot of people just saying hi. Let me read a few. I mean, there's a lot of ADA fans here. Ada Cardano.
MK Ultra says, I'm here. Yeah, I mean, guys, there's a lot of hype in the cryptocurrency market right now. And make sure you guys ask questions because we're going to be looking for good questions. And then every once in a while, we'll go to the good questions that we pulled.
Benny Gold says, Viva Mexico. He's a fan.
La Mexico. But look at the top 10 right now. Bitcoin, Ethereum, of course, Tether, number 4, Cardano at 90 cents. Cardano at 90 cents. No wonder there's huge ADA fans right now. So, I mean, guys, are you telling me, Cardano holders, I want your opinion. Are you telling me that if you bought Cardano under 10 cents, if you were around for our videos back then, heaven forbid you bought Cardano at 2 cents, are you telling me you're not taking profits? Now, again, I'm not giving buy or sell signals on this channel. You do you. Plenty of people, you're never going to get the top or the bottom. Plenty of people are going to make better investing decisions than me. But look at that.
Well, I mean, Aaron, let me pose this to you. Isn't it also a question? I think you should take profits and especially take your initial investment out. So then it's just the house's money. I'm all about that. But it's either, do you think Bitcoin is going to $100,000 minimum at the end of this year or not? And if that's the case, well, Ethereum will probably do pretty well. And if that's the case, at least some of the high cap alts or more scalable ETH competitors, interoperators will probably do well. So why take profits now?
I mean, and I feel what some people in the comments, I see people commenting saying, well, what if I would have taken profits at 65 cents? And look, it's already another leg up. That's true. These are moon markets, baby. These are moon markets. I guess.
We have a super chat.
Okay, do the super chat, and then let's talk about MasterCard and let us know which coins you think MasterCard is going to accept, because unlike the Amazon thing, which is still kind of like in beta testing, it sounds like this is happening this year. So yeah, let's go to one of those.
All right, flip it back towards us, and super googly tipped us 38 Hong Kong dollars. Appreciate you. And he or she asks, new price target for BTC and ETH this year. So has anything changed since, like what it was a month ago?
My prediction was, well, I never had like an exact prediction, but like I've always thought like this is how it's going to go. It's just going to be everybody. Oh, was 40,000 the top? No, now we're at 50,000, and now even more bullish things are coming out. And again, it's not that Amazon has any distinct plans to launch this crypto coin at any time in the next 3 years. There's a lot of details we don't know, but it's just the fact they're given free publicity. So I guess I'm just as bullish as I was before. I was already bullish, so I can't get more bullish. Maybe people in our, maybe friends of people in our comment section have friends who need to see stuff like this.
And I would say, like, what has changed in the last 3 weeks? I don't know, whenever we talked about price predictions last. I mean, if anything, it's only gotten more bullish, with Elon Musk putting $1.5 billion of his corporate treasury into Bitcoin. That's outrageous. So it's either the same or more bullish. I've drinking the Kool-Aid. I'm a believer.
Well, as far as Ethereum, what do you think?
I mean, I think it'll outperform Bitcoin, as the alts do, the quality alts. Ethereum definitely has a lot of development. Price predictions. Well, I mean, it just pass, what's its all-time high?
Well, it just hit 1,800.
So it's new all-time high.
It used to all-time high from last cycle was 1,400.
What's stopping Ethereum from just launching right now? We have outrageous fees.
And well, here's the thing, guys. I happen to be bullish on Ethereum, and as long as everything goes well with Ethereum and we continue to see the trend how it's happening right now, I'm very bullish on Ethereum. This is not FUD when I say it's just a fact that Ethereum is transitioning from proof of work to proof of stake. Proof of stake in its final implementation won't be ready for years, but it's just going through a major protocol change. And so we can just know anything can happen. Now, I don't think anything bad is going to happen, but that's why it has just a slight, more risk than Bitcoin. And a lot of times when you go down the list, you get more and more risk, right? I'm not trying to FUD, guys. Go Ethereum. I'm just telling you that as long as everything goes well for Ethereum, I mean, yeah, dude, I think Ethereum, if Ethereum is close to 2K right now, as retail pours in alone, what's stopping it from going to 10K? I don't know.
And before we go to MasterCard, I would just say, Ethereum 2.0 in its full implementation, not launching for maybe 3 years. To me, that almost makes me bullish on Ethereum for next cycle too, because it's going to go past these next 12 to 18 months, whenever this cycle ends. And, that's going to be happening in the run up to the next Bitcoin halving, the next cycle. So I think almost a way Vitalik did it right by taking his time.
Here's a question from the chat, a good question. See, we'll be answering super chats and good questions. There's, oh my God, over 4K people watching right now. Say hi in the chat. But somebody asked, what about the ETH high fees? Common question, and that's true. Unlike with Bitcoin, which is a hodler mentality, digital gold, people are transacting value, but it's just ETH is transacting a lot more value since it's all these dApps running. You understand how it's way more transactions are going through Ethereum because of everybody building on it. So how can, aren't the fees a bad thing? And generally I agree. It'd be better if there was no fees, but two things that people said were going to happen hasn't happened yet. And until they do happen. So people say that one, that the fees will be too high and no other crypto project will build on it. That's not what we're seeing at this point. It continues to trend up for the past couple of years, crypto projects building on ETH. And yeah, I guess that was my only point with that.
I mean, that's great perspective. One last thing before we get to the news, we had a super chat, $50 from a gentleman in Wisconsin. Should we answer this now, Aaron?
Well, he super chatted it. So what's the coin?
The coin is, I just lost it.
It's UFT.
Uniland, yeah. Hey, hello from Washington, says Viking. What are your thoughts on UFT? I don't own any.
Yeah, I don't recommend or not recommend this coin, but we're just looking at it because of the super chat.
I mean, go to their Twitter, see if anybody knows.
Something I like to do, and this is only applies if you follow good people in the space. You want to make sure that you're following good people in the space, because then what you can do is you can go to their Twitter and see, does this random crypto thing, are they followed by any people I follow? Not that everybody.
I respect Elliot. Elio Trades has a great channel. Respect.
And I follow tons of people, good and bad, but like, yeah, for instance, I respect Lark, Alex Saunders, everybody here, Elliot, I don't want to like, there's some people I just don't know that well, but I respect everybody generally.
I mean, so generally that's a semi-bullish sign to see people I respect following. I'm not invested and it's not on my radar, but checks off an initial green flag box.
Cool. We got another super chat, so we'll do that one real quick, and then we'll go to the MasterCard news, because that, I think that's the beauty of the live streams, that we can interact with you, you can interact with us, you can tell us what you're excited about, we can answer questions and just talk crypto, right? See, who's been following us for a while? You remember how just last year and the 2 years prior to that, your friends never wanted to talk about Bitcoin, never wanted to talk about crypto. They still kind of don't. Now they do a little bit, but this is the place for us to talk crypto. So question from Toothpaste. I'm opening a restaurant soon in Montreal, Canada, and would like to accept cryptocurrency. Which currency should I take? Was thinking Bitcoin and ETH. There's also, normally the questions, that's a great question, by the way. Normally the questions people ask is like, how do I accept Bitcoin? We did do a great live stream with with Brian Harrington, leader of a Bitcoin meetup. And one of the questions we answered in this, here it is, in this Brian Harrington interview, seek this out 3 months ago, is because he goes around California and helps different businesses accept Bitcoin. So definitely seek this out. As far as, do you want to accept Bitcoin or ETH? I mean, that's really up to you. They're both not going anywhere anytime soon. I'm bullish on ETH this cycle. I'm bullish on Bitcoin for years. So,
I mean, I would say what you should accept is probably the exact same thing you should. I would say accept, actually, just go for the high caps. I mean, no, you don't want somebody's ETH, anything PayPal's accepting except for Bcash, I'd say it's fine. I'd personally just do Ethereum and Bitcoin, maybe even just Bitcoin.
I mean, I'd say generally speaking, there's a huge movement to get paid in Bitcoin and accept Bitcoin as businesses. That's the most dominant movement. A lot of those companies just have like these, other services and accept ETH too. It's whatever you want to do, right? Okay, before we get to MasterCard, Andreas Gutierrez, tip $20. Appreciate you.
Well, you skipped one, Aaron. You skipped one.
Oh, that was on purpose. No, I missed it.
It was Gustavo, dude. We got you. I have the back end open so I can see all these, like they're saved for me.
Nice.
Gustavo says, what do you know about Harmony One token? I'm an early adopter, just testing the waters to see who knows about this.
I've heard about it.
Decentralized applications, scalable. It's definitely, I think it'll do, it's definitely closer to I think it'll do well. I'm almost scared to say that about low cap or lower cap things, but honestly, it has a great narrative. They seemed like they are implementing.
This is something that I generally tell my philosophy to new people, and not that this guy was suggesting this, but like personally, I know a lot of people are hardcore ADA fans or hardcore ETH fans. I don't get married to any altcoin. You understand? Like, oftentimes, especially for lower cap, I already took out my initial investment, if not some profit, just so I don't, there's no major risk for me and I have the moon bag and can watch it shoot up. As far as that one goes, hey, it's an altcoin in a bull market, maybe. Are we good with that?
Yeah. Have you heard of it? Yes. And generally, I think it's, it has a good narrative and the team seems to be implementing.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so one more super chat, then we're going to do the MasterCard thing. What?
I mean, dude, why even do the MasterCard thing? Just because when you're in a super chat.
The point is to talk to the audience. You're right. And they are asking good questions. Okay, Andreas, Amazon trying to dip into Mexico's pesos instead of accepting more established crypto. XRP or Doge price predictions for 2021. Will Elon Musk let us down? So first, Amazon making their own crypto rather than doing more established cryptos doesn't surprise us, right? Just like when Chase, Morgan Stanley made their own crypto, a private one, a permission one, rather than use an XRP or a Bitcoin. As far as price prediction, guys, XRP, I'm not saying it won't pump. I'm not saying it's going to do good or bad, but let me just clue you in on something. XRP was the gem altcoin project from the 2017 bull run, and it's one of the ones that pumped the hardest. What's changed since 2017? Well, in 2018, Brad Garlinghouse said by the end of the year, we'll have like 10 or 12 known banks adopting us. That didn't happen. So I'd say the adoption for XRP, pretty much the same as it was back then. So not a lot. I mean, they've only been around, 11, 8, 9 years. Banks will adopt. I don't mean to FUD XRP, guys. But also what's changed is that the SEC is suing Ripple, the corporation. Again, I'm not saying that they're going to rule one way or the other. I'm just saying there's reason, like I'm not invested in XRP for those reasons. But if you believe in it, you do you. I'm not trying to give investment advice. It's probably, hey, you can pull this clip if it outperforms all of our expectations. As far as Doge, let me tell you. Okay, so I had this friend. I tweeted about this, if you follow us on Twitter, who for years, dude, I was trying to talk to him about Bitcoin, only Bitcoin in 2018 and 2019. And he would just say, I like Dogecoin because I love the meme. I didn't think he understood the tokenomics that much, but he since has told me he understands it doesn't have a fixed supply and it's constantly being minted. But even when it pumped a week ago, he didn't take any profits, but just recently, he did sell a bunch so he could buy one whole Bitcoin. So I was a proud friend. But the point is, I guess, that I'm like Doge is in a really big bull trend right now in the short term. But, it's going to pump, but I won't get into Doge right now because it's near the latter half of its excitement phase, in my opinion, right?
Yeah, you would get involved in Ethereum potentially, and it just surpassed all-time highs.
Yeah, that's true. There's a huge difference, right? Ethereum's not trying to be money. It's just different. I've made the case for Ethereum on a non-fundamental level and a fundamental level. So.
And Aaron, some friends of audience members in the chat are saying, don't dox yourself when you hold up your phone. Your ID is slightly showing.
Oh, thanks, man.
That was our friends in the chat. I will say over the last 3 months, we have more reasons to be bearish on XRP. I'm just not a fan. Might do great, just way more of a risk. In the last 2 months, we have way more reason to be, for Doge. Seems like it's doing great with all the meme people that love memes. So price predictions, $100 per Doge.
No, you mean like $1, right? That's what everybody's hoping
kidding.
for.
Yeah, just kidding. $100.
Somebody did a super chat. Keith Wilson, more upside on great at this point. Again, as you know, we're not giving buy or sell signals. This is purely informational. So this is a question.
Great.
But the ticker is great. But this is technically a question we can't answer, nor do we know if there's more upside. But the price looks bullish, but I don't know. I know basics about this coin.
I mean, I'm bullish on Graph this cycle. They're quarrying if Ethereum is going to be the decentralized global Amazon web service or decentralized supercomputer, how are they going to quarry the information? So I don't know if Graph is be here in 5 years, but for this cycle, man, the narrative is strong for Graph.
Yeah. And again, that's, really something that a lot of people learned. If you're new, a lot of people learned last cycle is that that's like a fundamental difference between Bitcoin and a lot of everything else. Bitcoin is primarily finished. It's a battle tested, hardened protocol, which is scaling and is a huge network. Graph, Filecoin, I'm not trying to speak bad on them, but even Ethereum is going through major changes and all these coins are going through major changes. So don't marry any alt. That's my personal opinion, but Graph looks bullish to me. Do you guys like synthetics? Yes, our friend Alex Saunders turned us on to synthetics very early on. I fought him, but he turned out to be right that synthetics was one of the better alts this cycle.
I'm incredibly bullish on synthetics, incredibly as far as that goes. For this cycle, decentralized derivatives trading, obviously there's, an incredible need for that sort of decentralized web type thing. The only thing I don't know, or I'm unsure about, is, the use case, the utility of the synthetics token. It's like collateral for your trades. I think it's like 800 or 700. I forget. It's been too long since I saw. I don't know if will that be the protocol that makes it in the end. I don't know. I'm not a developer, but that's the one that's winning the narrative for this cycle.
Nicholas Camero tipped a couple bucks, says, can you look at SparkPoint bullish? Don't know enough information about SparkPoint at this point. Somebody just contacted us saying, hey, can you take a look at this? I don't want to give my opinion on that because I don't know it yet, Hey, how many likes we have? There's 5,000 people watching.
Let me check it out.
Knowledge Seeker tipped $5. Hey fam, aside from Coinbase and Binance, do you have other platform recommendations to buy crypto in the US? Definitely. In the bottom of all our descriptions and every single video, we share with you different places that we have used or just know about, and it's good enough. If you're only interested in buying Bitcoin and you want to cost average it, because that seems to be the smart thing to do, swanbitcoin.com/Aaron T. Arnold, or whatever Austin's is. It's like literally cheaper than Coinbase, cheaper than Square, 0 withdrawal fee. So that's why I like recommending that, because if you're only interested in getting Bitcoin, that's like the best objectively.
We just got I'll go on.
No, that's it.
We just got a huge influx of likes. It went from about 1,200 to 1,500. So appreciate you. Thank you guys. Lets us know we're doing something right here, or you enjoy this content.
Yeah. Do you guys want to get to the MasterCard or keep doing these questions? Maybe we should do a question that's not a super chat too, just so we get one.
But we haven't even got through the super chats.
Okay. So
let's just go quick. Like, we don't have to give a 1 minute thing.
Pavel Rick says, check out LuxCoin, mineable staking, Masternode smart contracts. They push through the bear market and are forking to RX2. They take their random X, blah, 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 for all cryptos, not just DeFi like Uniswap. Okay.
Yo, we got a celebrity in the chat.
Who is it?
I want you to think.
I already see it's Crypto and Culture.
Good guy.
Crypto and Culture is probably one of 5 celebrities in this chat. I mean, that's
what do you mean?
Like, it's not a secret that people in the Bitcoin and crypto community tune in to Altcoin Daily. That's why we're one of the biggest in the space.
I just thought you knew their names. You're saying they're watching.
Yeah, I don't know anybody specifically at this point, but people always contact me after saying, hey, I saw that. And I go, whoa, add them back. No, just kidding.
So Aaron, I'm going to ask you 3 questions. Keep the responses under 30 seconds, but DOT versus Cardano versus ETH. Preferences and why? Also, Stellar Lumens in Ukraine, CBDC, success or fail. So anyway, DOT, ADA, ETH.
All of those have good narratives this cycle for the least risk, in my opinion. And this is all just my opinion. Again, I have no idea and anything can happen, but not financial advice, just informational. But in my opinion, Ethereum is just like the least risky out of all those that still has upside potential. After that, I mean, Cardano has a great narrative, but Polkadot has a great narrative, and Polkadot currently has that ecosystem being built out. We're still waiting to see what type of ecosystem develops on Cardano. The reason I like Cardano is if it is an Ethereum competitor, then maybe we got something there. But at this point, I would say ETH because it's the safest, then Polkadot, and then Cardano, although I think all 3 of those have positive narratives this cycle.
I mean, I'm an ETH guy, but obviously if you want to risk a little more, go for more gains, and you go for the other 2, lower cap. I like Cardano over Polkadot, even though Polkadot is farther along. They have a strong grassroots community in the ADA camp.
I have seen a conspiracy theory from Cardano holders.
Yes, dude.
Perpetuated by, it was originally spoken about on Crypto Crow's channel, who I like, but he's not perpetuating this rumor, and I don't even think he agrees with it. But the rumor was that the reason all these influencers are bullish on ETH is because they all get paid in Ethereum. And in my personal experience, the coins that like sometimes they'll try and offer you like their altcoin. I never really go for that. I just, sometimes I say pay in Bitcoin, pay in ETH, pay in a stable coin, whatever you want. Most of the time I get paid in Bitcoin. Sometimes people will prefer to pay in ETH, but like it's just like a catch-22. Like tons of stuff is being built on ETH that wants to get their brand out there. So then if they pay an ETH, I guess, are you bullish because you now own ETH, or are you bullish because you see what's going on the ETH ecosystem? So I don't put too much stock in that.
I think you're the only one that knows that conspiracy theory. I don't think that's a common one.
You guys don't watch Crypto Crow all the time? I do.
Hey, quick question. Is Unistake really a go? I did the sponsored review of them the other day. I don't know. I mean, it was nothing about price. I have no clue what the price is going to do, but I was just, the thing is they haven't launched yet. So it can go to 0, it can go to 1 million.
And that video was just informational anyway.
Exactly. So you decide for yourself. We truly just covered the broad strokes.
Yeah. And just, I mean, generally speaking, in my opinion, altcoins that are around right now, most of them are shit as far as long-term potential. But, and new people won't understand this as well as the people who've been in the market for the last 2-3 years, we're in a bull market now. And these things pump, and especially because we're in a nascent yet growing space, and they're just illiquid. So it's like, you know, if even a project with 0 fundamentals can see huge gains, you just got to know when to get out, you know?
Yeah. And that's important to reiterate, you know, we're not tech guys. We don't come from traditional finance. We're truly just two regular guys like your buddies that you went to high school with. They were like, hey, we'll do the research, but we're just like reading the information we find publicly online and we bring it to you. So that goes along with the question from Alberto. From your perspective, what's the best crypto technology besides BTC and ETH? I couldn't tell you because I'm not a coder. So that I don't know. I would have to rely on other tech experts.
As if you're in it for the tech. Just kidding.
Tamara says, let's keep talking about ADA. Hell yeah, dude. Alex says, Stellar Lumens, no, XLM. Yeah, Stellar Lumens in Ukraine, Cardano in Ethiopia, Amazon in Mexico, Digital Yuan in China, etc. Who do you see becoming the de facto cryptocurrency for worldwide transactions?
Bitcoin next. Okay, what's the next question?
Well, I just to add on, dude, that's the experiment. We're watching all this work out in real time. That's like asking which DApp platform will succeed in the end. It'll take years. You know, the market, we're seeing tons of failures, tons of successes. I mean, we're living through this real live little experiment. So it's a great question.
But also keep in mind, Bitcoin, you know, if you've been in the space a while, we've already witnessed Bitcoin win by taking the lion's share of the market cap. Like, we don't need to guess. Like 5 years ago, or even in 2017, you know, we didn't know. And not that the market caps don't fluctuate, Bitcoin versus alts, but we're clearly seeing a strong trend that Bitcoin is winning out because people trust their money in Bitcoin.
And I would even say Bitcoin, not even so much for worldwide transactions. I do think stable coins are going to be used for that. But for
Michael Saylor over here, Bitcoin's not a currency.
Is that what he says?
Michael Saylor says Bitcoin's not a currency. I think he just does it for it's an easier to understand narrative for people to understand. But, you know, obviously it rubs some true Bitcoiners the wrong way.
But I mean, stable coins aren't going away. That's going to be implemented.
Yeah. I was just kidding around. All right, let's get to some of these super chats. Are you handling it?
Oh yeah. Fiat, from Crinch, he says, fiat is a dead horse. Banks are archaic. I want to drop HSBC and move my liquid savings into USD coin. Your thoughts? Hey man, you do you. I mean, there's no downside, I guess, except USDC coin is, yeah, do it. Keep in mind, I'm no financial advisor. Hey, thoughts on that, Aaron?
Nah, next. I agree with you.
All right, check out FEG token and SHIB. Do you want to do that? Finesse and Fishing tipped $5. Is that required to check these?
No, we talked about it.
Well, here's the thing. I will check it out on my own, and then
it's like you got it. Like it's like, hey, check this out, and then if it interests you, maybe talk about it on a later video. I lost track of like this chat.
Keith Wilson tipped $20 and says, huge fan, find tremendous value in your videos. Appreciate you, Aaron and Austin.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, Keith.
Appreciate you guys. You want to do a MasterCard thing real quick?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, guys, I need your opinion on this because this is like as big of news, in my opinion, as something like a Tesla, as even just a headline of this Amazon thing. It actually probably goes Tesla, then MasterCard, then Amazon, in my opinion. But this is the news. MasterCard will let merchants accept payments in crypto this year. The payment giant plans to support digital currency transactions directly on the network. According to a source familiar with the matter, the functionality will see MasterCard's customers' digital currency payments settled in crypto at participating merchants, a first for the financial giant. The company has yet to disclose which digital currencies it intends to support or where. So this is according to a source familiar with the matter. So ongoing details are going to be presented, but they say it's going to be settled in crypto. We'll see. Overall, I mean, this is because PayPal's doing it. This is because Square is doing it with Bitcoin. Nobody wants to be first. Nobody wants to be last. So Austin, what do you think about this? Or should we go to the chat? Or which coins do you guys think will be?
I mean,
because PayPal has Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, Litecoin. Square just has Bitcoin. Chamath, his new SoFi investing app, supposed to be the next PayPal or the next Square, they're offering Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin. So Bitcoin is obviously going to be offered at MasterCard. The question is, will they go as far as PayPal? Will they go farther than PayPal?
I think if they're smart, they'll do BTC. If they're dumb, they'll do BCH. I could see them doing, all the PayPal ones. I could see them doing, whatever. I say go hard and let the market work itself out. The ones that don't being used, then you cut them. So I say, hey, Pablo tipped us 200 Mexican dollars, or however you pronounce that.
Pesos?
Appreciate you, Pablo. Really appreciate you, man. And then David says, we all know Bitcoin is digital gold and store of value, but do you see a digital silver / transaction coin? And if so, who are the front runners? This is a good question.
Great question. In my opinion, there is no digital silver yet. The Litecoin community says that it's Litecoin. And I think the silver to Bitcoin's gold, Litecoin, the narrative alone, whether that's true or not, don't necessarily think it's true, but that narrative alone will be enough for retail to buy Litecoin this cycle, in my opinion. What else would they know? PayPal does an awful job articulating the difference in coins. SoFi, Bitcoin Maximalish, Chamath's new app lists ETH and Litecoin, does an awful job of describing the coins. Cryptocurrency exchanges probably sell it as Litecoin or as silver to Bitcoin's gold. So the narrative among crypto people is Litecoin. I don't think that's going to necessarily play out in the long term. And we don't know, but I wouldn't describe ETH as silver to Bitcoin's gold, but I think ETH has a lot of things going for it, which we'll see whether they play out or not.
I would say definitely Litecoin. It's not Nano, it's not BCH. If you had to pick one, it would be one that's purely just used for currency, so not the dApp platforms. And silver was used because you couldn't break up a piece of gold into that small of units, so we used a different thing. You can break up digital gold. So I don't know if that narrative is strong enough in the digital world.
Yeah. I learned that silver thing about, silver became valuable because you can't transact in dusts of gold on Tone Vase's channel. I think Tone Vase does great fundamental analysis. He's a hardcore Bitcoin maximalist. But he said in the bear market, he was like, I can't wait till, people realize silver is a shit coin, but silver just has had a huge run. So it's like, sometimes what you think is the case doesn't always play out in what the market chooses. So who knows?
I want to remind the audience, if you appreciate this content, hit the like, supports us, lets us know we're doing something right. Hey, dude, we got an influx of super chats, Aaron. You want to rattle through them?
Yeah, let's rattle through. And then I want to, this is going to be, once we get back to me sharing my screen, I think people will be interested, but yeah, let's do the super chats.
I agree with you. Hey, Juan B says, tips $10. Appreciate you, man. How would you take profits this altcoin season? Would you sell for stablecoin or other crypto or fiat?
Again, when to buy and when to sell is not information that we will ever give you. So never try and think we're giving you that information. And by the way, nobody knows when the best time will be. But to try and answer your question, big picture, selling altcoins at what time would you sell to a stable coin? like I wouldn't sell to a stable coin. I'd sell to either get more Bitcoin or I'd sell for more US dollars if I needed cash. But no, I usually sell my altcoins for more Bitcoin.
Whoa,
Some
dude. Disagree, but you can finish your thing.
Well, you don't sell altcoins for more Bitcoin?
No, but if it's near the top, that's when you want to start accumulating your cash position. You could do it if you don't care about the gains, but and it's impossible to switch off into USD without going through a stable coin.
Well, like for instance, like some altcoins are going on 500, 900, 1000% runs. If you're holding till the top, it's probably some coins will probably make it to the top, but I don't need to wait to realize some profits on a 700% gains and then still keep a moon bag and then reevaluate at a later date,
I know. I like that. And I love the perspective. I'm just saying, like, if Bitcoin's popping off at $200,000, that's the time to start accumulating cash and maybe wait 6 months. Maybe it'll dip 30 to 60%. I don't know.
And I do just want to say, we follow the market every day. So like we're actively managing our money and we're in tune with stuff. If you're a new person in crypto, if you're a casual crypto person, maybe your best bet is only holding Bitcoin or only holding mostly Bitcoin, like there's plenty of risk, especially if you're not in tune with the market on a daily basis, in my opinion.
I'm loving this debate. The chat is loving this debate, but man, we gotta, 60 seconds on these questions. How can I send you guys a Bitcoin wall art? You would hit us up through our email. It's linked in the information on our in the about section of our channel. And
they better be able to deliver to a PO box.
Yeah, exactly. Deliver to a PO box. But I'd appreciate that, man. You don't have to, but we love Bitcoin art.
I could use some.
Okay. Somebody is asking about Wise Token. Personally, not into it. I hope you make money on it. I'm glad you've been following us for years, man. But I appreciate you.
Wise is like the new Hex, right?
I don't know. It's
a Hex copycat, right?
I'm not sure. But it's not for me. But I hope it works out. Kyle Wallen tips $5 and says Tesla will never buy ETH Tesla will never buy ETH because ETH runs on gas. I think that's a little joke.
Yeah, it is like the broader point is it possible one day all these corporations put different cryptocurrencies on their balance sheet? Definitely possible. But at the moment, if you want to just talk about what's actually happening, we're seeing them put Bitcoin on their balance sheet. So understand what smart money is actually doing.
Dude, we understand Bitcoin. We're all Bitcoin people here. This guy was making a joke.
No, dude. Yeah, I love jokes.
Hey, let's go to, do you have a thing?
Well, I did want to ask, dude, that's an interesting hoodie you have on. It says Bitcoin Movement. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, we interviewed Zuby, rapper, artist Zuby on the channel. He was doing, this is a...
So this isn't a sponsored thing. It's just, we just got these hoodies and we want to show them off.
Yeah, this is a VeChain NFC. So there's only a certain amount,
But show the back.
Oh,
because it says Zuby on the back, right? Team Zuby. Yeah, you can kind of see it. Team Zuby. So we got like NFC, Team Zuby type hoodies from bitcoinmovement.com. So it's like, they're friendly with us. So it's like pretty cool thing.
I love it.
I got Bitcoin gear from all different places. I don't know about you guys.
Okay. In that time, we got a few more super chats.
Okay. Well, I just want to say real quick before we get to that, this is what I want to say. My opinion, this year will be our best year. Anybody who's been in crypto for multiple years realizes the opportunity that's has been presenting itself and realizing that it's coming to fruition this year. So this year, in my opinion, will be our best year. If I ever talked to you about buying Bitcoin, that was me saying I love you. I just wanted to let you guys know that.
I love you too, man.
If you own even just 0.25 Bitcoin, you own more Bitcoin than 99% of the world. And regarding all of these stories we're hearing today, MasterCard, Amazon, Tesla, it's hilarious that some still doubt cryptocurrency and its seriousness when Visa, MasterCard, PayPal, and Tesla are all implementing it. LOL.
I would love to get the likes up to 2,700 or 2,400. If you think you can spare a like, I'd appreciate it. Let's get to some super chats. Dennis Herb says, you should really check out Space Swap. They invented shadow staking. Curve shouted them out, partnered with SnowSwap, possible partnership. Only a 4 million market cap. So Space Swap is on Dennis's radar. Keep that in mind.
We'll check it out.
Crypto Mike says AMP is going to shock many. We got an AMP fan. Anthony Hand says S Tesla is about to launch, boys. I'm assuming that means the synthetic asset Tesla. Boom. That's a huge milestone if for synthetics. That's great.
Cool.
2 more. Ooh, Aaron, you'll like this. Jeff Moss tips $5 and says, thoughts on Ethereum Classic?
Ethereum Classic, uninvestable, in my opinion. Not that it won't pump, but I just think it's uninvestable. It's very, it's been 51% attacked multiple times. The biggest thing it has going for it is that the Grayscale people own huge bags of Ethereum Classic, and they will probably perpetuate the narrative a little bit. But in my opinion, uninvestable.
Also, IOHK still develops on it. Just a little, a nudge in the eye to Vitalik from Charles. But Ethereum Classic, yeah, I mean, it's a weak network and nobody's even building on it. I say dump it. Doesn't mean it won't pump, but I am not interested. Canadians for Liberty says, what are your top 5 assets, Aaron?
Mostly Bitcoin, then ETH, then a smattering of some DeFi alts, which they're pumping right now. It's just, should I take profits now? I've realized some profits, but should I realize more? Mostly Bitcoin is my top asset, then ETH, and then I have a bunch of other stuff that I'm managing.
For me, I would say like 85 probably percent of my portfolio is Bitcoin, 10% is in Ethereum. So that just should tell you where my mindset is. Doesn't mean that I can't see Polkadot and Cardano way outperforming, but I'm what you would call a very safe investor. But top 5, I guess, I did a top 6 altcoin video. So I like Cardano, I like Polkadot, I like Chainlink for this cycle. Synthetics and Aave.
LA Paint Protections says, thank you for your hard work, Arnold Bros. Thoughts on DEC, or I guess December?
December.
A lot of people, once we hit September, within the month before September, last quarter of this year, we got to be watching. Because the end of this year is going to be huge. I don't know if it's going to happen in December, November, September, but the end of this year is going to be huge.
I'm incredibly bullish on final quarter. Maybe that's December, maybe it starts earlier, but I have no specific thoughts. We'll have to see.
Cardano Pizza Man, appreciate you, man. Says smart contracts are coming to Cardano in a few months. Do your own research. You'll love Cardano. This guy might as well have said pizza is going to be popular. Well,
it's a huge, dude, what you just said is a huge compliment to Cardano. If you're saying Cardano is the pizza, everybody loves pizza.
I was just giving Cardano Pizza Man a little bit of a razzing because obviously he's bullish on it. But, smart contracts are coming to Cardano. Again, we have to see, is it going to develop an ecosystem similar to Ethereum? Is the ecosystem going to be similar to Tron? Or something else.
But I would say that smart contracts on Cardano are like the final step, the missing piece. Is this going to work or not? And
everybody already bought the Cardano before it, so it's like.
But why does that matter?
I'm
talking about now.
Yeah, you're right.
And from what we've seen on Polkadot, they're not trying to kill Ethereum. They're trying to interoperate, which means if you go on Cardano or if you go on Polkadot, you still can get a piece of that ecosystem. So generally speaking, we've seen, even though Ethereum has the ecosystem, Polkadot is still flying with new projects, new ecosystem. So I think that is bullish for Cardano.
All right, let's make this our final 10 minutes. Let's get all the questions in and let's fly through a couple right now. Let's have the most interesting questions be talked about in this next 10 minutes. Rav tips 50, I think, Australian dollars. Yes, he says, is this time different? It's a little different, but there's definitely going to be a bear market, Yeah,
I think this time is different, but will that change anything? No, it's just going to be incredibly more bullish. We'll still have a bear market.
John says, any advice, thoughts for Anchor and VeChain? No, I don't really have any thoughts. I'm not invested in either.
If VeChain makes news, we'll definitely report because I do keep tabs on it, but it's not an investment for me. I know it has a strong community. I think it will do well this cycle. but I know, when they make news, I'll cover it.
And you're wearing the VeChain NFC from Zuby. So, I mean,
dude, you know what? I changed my mind. Thoughts? There's what other blockchain has been hoodies from famous rappers being made on it?
That's true.
So
okay.
Go VeChain. Good call.
Is there ever a right time, from Martin, is there ever a right time to take profits? Just sold 20% of my holdings to take up my initial investment plus gains. Feel weird for a hodler like me. Again, can't tell you when to take profits, but believe me, like, as far as like altcoins go, yeah, there's going to be a time to take profits, and I will be taking them. But like I said, like you took out 20%, that's okay. I like to take out a certain percentage, hopefully with gains at a certain point, then leave a moon bag. So all risk is off the table for me.
Yeah. And I would say, don't be afraid of the 2x, 3x, and then take some off the table. That's totally fine. I would say with some of those higher cap alts, the Polkadots, the Cardanos, in my opinion, they have longer to go, more room to grow the cycle. The very, very low cap, I would take the profits most liberally. If that works for you now in this moment. Honestly, what I do is I set a goal for myself. If this thing 5x's, I'm just throwing these out there, that's when I'm going to take the profit a little bit. Cost average out, just like I cost average in. That's how I do it.
Slim says, what are your thoughts on Reef Finance? We'll keep it on our radar.
I think Reef they have a great community. I will say that. That's on the Polkadot thing. They have a very loyal community.
Fionn says, should I convert 2.5 or 50% of my ETH balance, or should I convert 50% of my ETH balance, which is 2.5 ETH, for 10% more Bitcoin, or could ETH outperform Bitcoin short term? That's ultimately up to you. Can't help you there. And don't be seeking advice from, random people on the internet as far as like how to manage your own money. Seek a financial expert, I'd say.
Well, maybe if it was you, if you want to answer. I'm just saying generally speaking.
I'm not doing that. I'm not trying to trade between Bitcoin and ETH. Money May T says, what are your thoughts on Telcoin? I see you guys highlight my message yesterday.
Telcoin? What do you mean?
That's just this. Money May T says, what are your thoughts on Telcoin? I see you guys highlight my message yesterday.
Or who did that? It's probably.
I'm not sure what do you mean highlight? Did we didn't
in a video.
We didn't cover any Telcoin, but we possibly highlighted your message. Telcoin, I'm neutral on it. SoCal Gunner, $50, man. Thank you. When I sold my house in January, I jumped into crypto, bought half a Bitcoin and 9 ETH. Hopefully, they'll help me buy my next house by the end of this year. I watched a bunch of the altcoin daily videos and bought some other altcoins as well. Appreciate you, man. Glad things are going well. I wish you success.
I love it. And in our final 5 minutes, so everybody stick around. Let's keep going through it.
Alan Wang, appreciate you. Your thoughts on Theta and the purpose of supporting the shortage of bandwidth streaming services without censorship like YouTube, and the talks of Samsung TV and phones coming into the Theta space. Theta was around last cycle as well. In my opinion, and this goes for a lot of projects, that's a nice idea they're going after, but let's see how it comes into fruition and whether it has staying power long-term and can accrue value long-term.
And I will say Theta proved, a lot of projects that were going for decentralized web are at the bottom of the barrel on CoinGecko. Theta is doing great. They are closer to the top than they were 6 months ago. So that's good.
The Beijing King says, do you guys think Cardano will dip significantly at the 95 cent to $1 mark? Oh, and what's your favorite low cap alt? Each of you. God bless, bros. I mean, I think Cardano at a certain point, of course, is going to dip, but we don't know where that'll be. I mean, I see your logic. $1, a little bit less than $1, psychological point. Really depends.
I mean, Cardano, who's to say? But yes, it depends on so many other things. Hey, what's your favorite low cap alt, Aaron?
I'd go with Aaron Coin.
So what do you? I mean, you don't really dive into those low caps.
I don't have a favorite low cap alt because that's not going to age well,
Yeah, that's true. I would say the ones focusing on interoperability / decentralized finance. If you can add to that ecosystem, those are the ones that'll pop, especially if you have a solid team that's making progress. Those are the ones I'd go for.
Be prepared, according to Finesse and Fish, and be prepared to be talking about FEG token soon. I will prepare for that. Christopher Mira says, or just tipped a little sticker thing. Appreciate you. Wise beyond Bitcoin. Tip $10 using smart contracts on ETH to solve trilemma for crypto, not a fork or a copy of any project. I think he's talking about Wise. First to unlock ownerless liquidity on Uniswap. Hope you learn and teach about Wise potential. Thank you for the information, sir.
Hey, any thoughts on Nano and what's your opinion on market cycle? 4 years, longer cycles, and have you heard of the Deca cycle?
My thoughts on Nano, not bullish.
I am personally not into it. Doesn't mean it won't pump, but I'm not a believer. Market cycle, 4 years. We'll have to wait and see. I mean, everybody sort of expects the 4-year thing. Maybe this one will be longer. All the bullish sentiment seems to be making this cycle more explosive / maybe even shorter. Maybe we won't even get to December.
I tend to like what Bob Lucas says, who's just a cycle trader in general. And the 4-year cycle, the 16-year cycle is even a thing outside of crypto, but a 4-year cycle fits perfectly with Bitcoin. But so we've had like 3 years. This is the 3rd year of the Bitcoin 4-year cycle. By the next cycle, everybody will be experts knowing about the 4-year cycle, and this is what you have to do. If that's the case, it might top out really early and then go into an extended bear market. I can see that happening. Gene D says, good job, guys. Me personally love the low profile, Litecoin to silver, low fees, gold, oil, and silver. That's the order. They will be there forever. So this person likes Litecoin.
Aaron, I mean, we're definitely not going, another 6 minutes, but how, I can prep the audience. I'll go all night, but I just want to make it shorter and sweeter, like best stream.
Let's just finish these super chats. Gustavo says, interoperability with ETH has already been accomplished with Harmony One. Please visit their website and scroll down to protocol features. All right, we'll visit.
I wasn't denying that. I was not denying that. That's great. That's awesome.
Visco says, Civitas 2.0. Damn, there's so many people in the chat right now. Crypto Hulk says, I bought eGold at sub $7, now at 180. If it were you, what would you do at this point? I know, not financial advice. I mean, I'd said generally speaking, I've realized profits at a certain point, but I can't tell you when to buy or sell. Thoughts?
I think eGold has a great team. Like that, you can tell them. Like that, I think you could say about them too. They have a very loyal, very capable team.
Yeah, and they're really good at like getting the eGold message out there and letting people know what they're doing. And they just had the major thing with Mayor. Alia K says, thoughts on Filecoin, neutral on it. I just assumed it was dead until it's, now everybody kind of likes it because I guess it was forever before their mainnet launch. So it's like an interesting thing this cycle. I'm not convinced it has long-term potential, but it's an interesting thing.
I would say in terms of DWeb, how it fits into decentralized file storage, I am rooting for that in general. I'm just not a tech guy, so I'm not sure if Filecoin will be there in the end, if that makes sense.
Daminus says, can you look at Beam? They are anonymous DeFi now. We'll take a look at Beam. We've talked about Beam before.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, exactly. We used to talk about it all the time last year when it was like making news. Beam and Grin both have Mimblewimble, which I like, but if Litecoin adds Mimblewimble, why do we need Grin or Beam?
Hey guys, from Eric, I'm having trouble deciding whether to buy cold storage or store my Bitcoin or to put it all in BlockFi. Is BlockFi safe? Thanks. So there's, of course, the ethos and the original creation, why Bitcoin was invented, to be your own bank and have all that responsibility on yourself, which is what a lot of people do. And I certainly, I know about that. And I recommend everybody to learn how to do that so they can know about it and even do that if they want to take on that responsibility. BlockFi is a sponsor to our channel. And I mean, they're backed by the Winklevoss, Pompliano. It's literally traditional banking services for cryptocurrency. So it's as safe as any traditional financial service, right?
And I would say it's as safe as keeping your money on the Gemini exchange or at the Coinbase exchange in terms of licensing. Now, Bitcoin was invented so you wouldn't have to custody. You could do self-custody, self-sovereignty. But if you want banking type services, then yes, they're safe.
Okay. So I think we got through them all, right?
Yeah, I think so. Guys, great stream.
Right now, Bitcoin's price is 44,700.
Guys, let's get those likes to 3K. If you feel the stream deserves it, I'd appreciate it. I take that back. I think we did a great stream. I'm going to like my own video.
Cool.
Hey, maybe guys, if you're part of the 4,000 people watching live, 4,000 plus or more tomorrow, you guys know the drill. Comment grape in tomorrow's video. Let us know that you're part of the live stream crew.
Yeah, and don't tell anybody in the comments that, well, say that you've heard about it on the live stream, but don't, make grape kind of like a secret thing, right?
I love that. All right, Aaron, let's end the stream. It was great.
Yeah, a lot of happy investors and hodlers. Understand the risks of cryptocurrency, not financial advice, just informational. But that's what we need. The more information that we can know about in specifically this year, it's going to be good.
They're all saying Binance is down.
Ah, interesting. All right, let's